Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's Alex. It's 3 days prior to going to the park. I have my list of my priorities here that I want to try to go for. I am going to try to do it where there's a tier one, and then two tier two versus trying to go for three tier twos. But it being 3 days out versus 7 days out, I don't know what's going to be available because people, if you're staying on property, you can already book. So I'm not really sure what's going to be available. So we shall see. I'm nervous. I hate doing stuff like this. It's so stressful. I gotta be fast, but also get what I want. Okay, clicked over to 7. I'm going to hit purchase, pick my day, and it should go ahead and let me. All right, we're going with Magic Kingdom for the multi-pass. And then I'm going to go down to Epcot to do a Lightning Lane single pass for Guardians. Because why not? We're going to continue. Okay, so it'll let me select me. So that's good. So it's $42 total for the both. I'm going to go to, okay. So it asks me which park I'm going to go to first. I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom first because that's where I want all of my multi-pass stuff to start. My 3 that I'm going to choose today. Okay, so my first option was Tiana's. Of course, it's not available, which is not a huge problem. So I'm going to go with Big Thunder as my tier 1. I'm going to go with Haunted Mansion. This is also going to depend. So you choose your options and then it shows you what times are available. Okay, they're not great. Oh gosh, they're really not great. Definitely don't want that. We're going to do that one because I'm going to, no, we want that to be later. Yeah, y'all, these are not great times. Just gonna tell you why. Okay, so that's weird. The time that it originally gave me for Haunted Mansion was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I hit modify and it gave me a 9:55. So of course I'm gonna go for that. Same with Pirates. It's giving me a 2:30, but there's an 11:10 available. So I'm picking that because I want these to be in the morning. Big Thunder, same thing. It's giving me 3:30. I don't love that, but it will let me modify to 1:30. So I'm gonna just attempt that. If this is my first time doing this, makes me a little bit nervous, so we're just going to kind of go with it. So we got Haunted Mansion. Also, it gives you 5 minutes from your selections to do this modification page. So you don't have to panic around this with like I'm doing right now. I think what I have so far is good. 9:55 for Haunted Mansion's my first one, and then 11 right after that. 140 for Big Thunder. And then Guardians at 3, which is my single pass. $44.74 is your total for tax. I'm gonna hit check out. We're gonna see how this works on Wednesday. So I'll see you at the parks on Wednesday. All right, so as you saw, I have 3 Lightning Lanes right now that I'm working with here in the morning, as well as my single pass over at Epcot to ride Guardians of the Galaxy. And then this morning at 7 a.m., I was able to get the virtual queue for Tron. And then at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I am gonna try to get the virtual queue for Tiana's here. We're gonna eat some food today. We're gonna have some fun. It is already really hot. It's like not even 9 a.m. and I am sweating like crazy. So we'll see how it goes. The park just opened 5 minutes ago and I got a notification that Tron is ready for me. So if you don't know anything about the map, like where everything's located here, those are super close together in Tomorrowland. So I was already like, oh gosh, am I gonna have to like walk all over the place? Like, cause my next Lightning Lane was Haunted Mansion. So I literally am gonna be able to ride Space Mountain first because you have an hour to, you know, go to either your virtual queue or utilize your Lightning Lane. And I'm literally gonna be able to ride Space Mountain, hit up Tron, and have all the adrenaline to get this day going along with my energy drink. So I'm super excited.
Yes. So it's 2:35. Have fun.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now that I've scanned into the 2 locations at Space Mountain, I can go to book my next Lightning Lane. All right, so it shows you standby line and then the multi-pass experience. Oh, I think we're gonna try to, I think that we might go with that Big Thunder right there. I'm gonna keep scrolling just to see my options here. Let's see. Jungle Cruise is a little too late. Sorry if it's super loud. Winnie the Pooh is another good option, but I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna see if Tiana's has anything. Probably won't, but we're gonna see. Nope. Okay, I didn't figure. We're gonna try the virtual queue for that later. All right, so let's see here. I think we're gonna go with that Big Thunder option. Go back up, go back up. All right, let's see what it does here when I click on that. Yes, just for me. We're gonna continue. And it did modify the time just slightly to 12:05, which is fine. That's not a big deal. We're gonna hit continue. And there we go, we're good to go. All right, first one's done. Space Mountain, I need some Tylenol. That ride is rough. I do not love that ride, but it's one of the tier 1 ones, so I'm glad that we were able to do it. We'll see how long the virtual queue takes us today. I was able to make my next lightning lane selection, so now I have 3 again. Whee! Was able to snag Big Thunder sometime in the 12 o'clock hour, which is great. Got a lot, of rides for this morning, which is what I wanted before I go over to Epcot this afternoon. I do believe we could also modify any of our other ones for another park if you wanted to change any of the ones that you made 7 days prior, or if I wanted to make the one that I just made with Big Thunder a different park, if I wanted to go ahead and get like Soarin' over at Epcot, I could do that as well. Thank you. Tron's done. I love that ride so much. It's always so much fun. Anyway, Haunted Mansion has now been, not called, but my lightning lane is available now. It's available about 5 minutes ago. Got an hour to use it, so I'm just gonna walk on over there. I hope y'all can hear the screaming, so good. But while we do this, let's chat a little bit about this experience so far and what the rest of the day is gonna look like. So I didn't want this to be like super incredibly like, hey, let me just tell you about all the details of this system. Already created a video like that that's gonna be more of a sit down, let's watch all of the screen recordings on my phone. Let's talk about what this is, what this system is, what it's not, that sort of thing. Today I just wanted to take y'all along with me and have some fun with it. Not really like trying to like beat the system, see if it's worth the money, none of that. Just kind of have fun with it and see what I can ride. Turn y'all around so you can see what I'm looking at. Give you a little Magic Kingdom Tomorrowland vibes. First time in the parks vlogging without my sidekick. I miss him already. Wish that he was here with me doing this. The Cheshire Cat. Look how cute you are, hi buddy. And the Mad Hatter. Okay, so we're able to book another one now that we have scanned into Haunted Mansion. So just gonna click that book button. We're gonna populate the tip board here. Got several different options. It also shows you the standby line. So like, why would you pick one for Barnstormer if it's a 5-minute wait? You know what I mean? Like, don't waste your time on that one. Let's see, we already have Big Thunder picked. Buzz is a little late. Let's see. Already picked Haunted Mansion. Jungle Cruise, let's see if there's any time earlier. I'm gonna try to modify that one. No, those are late. I'm gonna go ahead and book Jungle Cruise at that later time and then just try to modify it. I said we're gonna try to modify it. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna be here that late. Oh, a 4 o'clock, looky there. See what happens? 4:45.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination?
All right, Haunted Mansion is done. That was a lot of fun. I don't have another lightning lane for another 45 minutes, I'm thinking about maybe trying to go hit up Country Bears because it just came back. I've actually never even seen it. I didn't see it beforehand, so this will be the first time for me anyway. From what I'm seeing with the Lightning Lane selections right now is that a lot of them are pushing further into the afternoon, but there are some available, but it's for stuff that is really low wait times already, like less than 20 minutes. So I'm kind of like, do I want to do that or just, I mean, you could do that, but I went ahead and got a later one for Jungle Cruise, and I probably won't end up using it because it did modify it from, it was like 4:45, and then I said yes, and then it modified it back to 9, and I was like, probably not. But I'm gonna continue to play around with it, see if I can get it a little bit early. Oh well, if I don't. Hi, it's time to hydrate. I haven't been hydrating very well this morning. I did at home, I guess, a little bit, but I brought a couple things of Nuun's. These are just little, basically like Alka-Seltzer things that you can pop in your water. They have a good flavor. I have one with caffeine in it, so I'm just gonna pop it in my water bottle. We're gonna let that dissolve and drink it up. I think I'm also gonna have a snack. I brought these with me. They're really, really salty and they make me need water. So I'm hoping that'll help me wanna chug this water while I eat these.
Howdy, folks! Welcome to the one and only original country band musical jamboree. Oh, Captain Jubilee, got it early. Playing late. No time to even hibernate. After all our years together, I'm ready now.
Under, over, sideways, and under. Honey, magic, carpet ride. A whole new life. We sit together, we can see it through cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Okay, keep in mind, I never saw Country Bears beforehand, but I just saw the new updated version and it was hysterical. I don't know what it was like beforehand, but I really enjoyed it. I was giggling and singing the whole time. It's time for my Pirates of the Caribbean Lightning Lane. There we go.
Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your flop.
I always forget how good that ride is. Like, I think it's a very cute ride and I always forget portions of it, and it's good. But I will say the where they take your photo is awful. I never feel like I'm looking at the right place, so it'll be funny to see. So at this point, I was able to get a Lightning Lane for It's a Small World here in about, I think it was 12:50 something, I think. I have one for Big Thunder at 12:05. It's 11:30. So I have a little bit of time before that. All right, it's time to redeem another Lightning Lane at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I love this ride, it's super fun. I had lunch, feeling good. Lots of water has been had today. I'm gonna go ride this ride. Looks like it's a 20-minute wait right now, but if you know anything about this queue, it is a very, very hot. So I am very thankful for this Lightning Lane, so it's gonna be a lot shorter of a wait. This is the regular line, and this is my line. Everything I've ridden today has basically been a walk-on, which is really nice. I definitely think that they are tamping the availability of the Lightning Lanes down right now as the system is so new. Because with Genie Plus, when we would ride with the Lightning Lanes there, you would still sometimes have a little bit of a wait. And I don't know if it's just, could be a million different things, right? The park is not busy, the availability. It's sometimes hard to tell with these type of things, but just sharing you on my experience so far. Okay, I just got off of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Chris and I always seem to ride that because it seems like it has a decently low wait time a lot of times when we come in the evenings, and he's taller than me and it's one lap bar, so I always end up getting a lot of air and like jumping a lot on that one, and so it's always a lot of fun just to kind of squeal and scream. And I was worried today riding it alone that I wouldn't get that, but instead of getting the air, you just flail side to side when you have your hands up, which the guy behind me was doing the same thing. Both of us just kept getting like thrown side to side, which it was a lot of fun. Also something, this is really interesting, I've never noticed. These little guys here, I don't know if it's because I've never been over, I guess I've just never been over here to see these, so that's kind of fun. They're cute. It's a good little shot of Big Thundy. Here's our plan. It's 12:45. Tiana's virtual queue, or the next virtual queue, opens up at 1. Since I've already done Tron, I'm gonna try to get Tiana's, and then fingers crossed I get a really quick boarding group and I can go ride it pretty quick. The virtual queue for Tiana's seems to be going a little bit slower than some of the other virtual queues, but my friend who I had lunch with earlier, she said the virtual queue went really fast for her. It did not go fast for Chris and I the other day when we did it, so we'll kind of see what happens. If I don't get to ride it, it's fine. It'll just be like one of those kind of experiments of like, I was able to get it, so if you wanted to try to get it in the afternoon and do Tron in the morning or vice versa, you could. But I'm probably... That's what I'm looking at right now. She loud. But I'm probably not going to come back over to the parks, especially at 9 o'clock, to ride Jungle Cruise. At this point, we have It's a Small World. That's where I'm gonna go next. Haven't ridden that in a while because Chris refuses to ride it with me, so I'm excited to ride that. And then I have, I think I set it at 4 o'clock for Soarin'. So you can, if you have Park Hopper, you can switch your, you can switch your lightning lanes over to a different park. So that's what I did. Something to think about when you're making your lightning lane selections is where things are in the park. So if you aren't familiar with the layout of the park, before you come, just get familiar with the My Disney Experience app and looking at the map and just kind of get an idea of where things are, so you're not choosing lightning lanes that, you know, one's over in Tomorrowland at 11 and then your next one's at 11:30 over in Frontierland, so you're going to the opposite ends of the park. Now, if it's something that you're just like must do, must ride, by all means, get it. It's not a big deal. It's whatever, you know, you're comfortable with doing. If you don't mind walking around quite a bit, that's totally fine. But if you're, you know, trying to save your feet, you're gonna be doing rope drop to close, then just something to be mindful of there. Success with Tiana's. I am crushing the game with the virtual queue system. I almost never miss. It's a small world after all. It's gonna be stuck in my head the rest of the day. Alright, Small World's done. Off to Dumbo. I just decided why not, so I booked Dumbo. Because I'm kind of in a waiting pattern right now for about, I'm gonna give it another hour-ish to see if Tiana's will call. Might get a little treat somewhere, a little snacky snack. Thinking something cold, it's starting to get hot. Also thinking about grabbing my, oh my gosh, cooling towel. I think I'm gonna get it out and put it around my neck. I hate being like having wet stuff on me, but
it's just starting to get really hot, and feeling myself just kind of get a little tired, and I'm just trying to push through, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm not moving. There we go. Oh God. Dumbo's booty. Wow. I have no idea what it was just happened, but there's fireworks that just went off behind the castle, so that's fun. It is 1:50. Been a really long day, but we've gotten a lot done, as you have seen, which is good. I feel good about what I've been able to do. I feel like if I was staying in the park the whole day, like just staying in Magic Kingdom, I feel like I would be able to basically ride just about everything that I wanted to today if I was going to stay here till, you know, fireworks or after even. So that's pretty cool. I will say it seems like a lot of people have been saying this online about this system, but it's like you need to use the modify, play around with it, see what comes up. I didn't do that a ton today, to be honest, but I did check it a couple times and just like seeing what is available. And as expected, the tier 1 rides are the ones that have kind of like gone first in terms of their availability. It went down faster on those. Honestly, today the park hasn't been incredibly busy either, so I think that has helped me. It just seems like even standby queues are not too terrible. Your typical like Space Mountain, Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion, those obviously are having a little bit longer lines, but your things like Barnstormer and Dumbo and things like that are kind of seeming to stick in that like 10 to 15 minute range. Been a successful day, I feel like. I know this is probably going to change and the system will change and they may add some stuff, they may take away some stuff, they may open up more availability, it's all kind of subject to change. This is, what's the date? Let's see, I think it's July 31st. Yeah, it's July 31st, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go over onto Epcot. Something to think about when you are booking your Lightning Lane single passes. You pick a time frame and you can also modify it, but it's all subject to availability. So mine was at 3 o'clock. I knew I would pick a later kind of afternoon one, but when I got Tiana's at 1 o'clock, since they're not calling me back right away, I was like, oh, I'll still be able to ride it. Can just change my Guardians one to be a little bit later, but it's all subject to availability, so I can't change my time right now for Guardians because it's basically sold out for the day. So keep that in mind. Some of those single pass things they might be able to modify, but they might not be able to. I'm gonna change some of my Lightning Lane selections to try to make them over at Epcot.
And the scars remind me that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to feel. You're a little boo thing, so I'll give up what you do. Say, girl, I know you're a little too tight.
Let's do this. Little refresh in the car. Got some gum, snack, water. Chugged about half that, and Epcot has better places for good fresh water. Magic Kingdom's always tastes like swampy Florida water. Also changed shoes. I had been wearing tennis shoes for the majority of the day, and I was like, my tootsies need to breathe. So I put on my sandals that I also packed in the car. I'm killing the game today when it comes to packing stuff. I got my rain jacket, which I am notorious for leaving some type of rain gear at home, even though we live in Florida and it's the summer. She's so pretty.
And the cosmic generator is gone.
Interior monitor. Go to code red.
I love that ride so much. It is, every time I ride it, it's so good. It's so much fun. I've gotten to the point now where I can have my hands up almost the entire time except the launch. I can't do it on the launch. The launch makes me very, very stressed. It's the only time that like really gets my stomach really good. But other than that, it's just like an entire just scream fest of pure joy the entire time. It was worth every ounce of money paying for it. I still am within my lightning lane for Spaceship Earth. I'm gonna go try to get that in. Looks like it might rain soon, so we'll see. Spaceship Earth and Soarin', I think, are the two I have. Might even have a Living with the Land one. I've changed it several times, so I can't quite remember. Hi, how are you?
To your right.
Perfect.
You're right in.
Thanks.
Or should I say, your future?
Thought we were gonna end things. It rained a little bit. I got some food in me. And then I realized it was almost 5 o'clock and I was like, the chances of there being some traffic on the way home is pretty high. So I might as well just go ride these last two rides that I have a lightning lane for. So I have Living with the Land, which honestly is probably a walk on right now anyway. It's fine. And then Soarin', which I haven't even checked the time for that, but I have both of them. Chris was like, when I told him, he was like, oh, but Soarin's so good, go ride it. And I was like, oh, you're right, I should. So I shall, and then that'll wrap things up for today. I ate at Connections. The General Tso's chicken, it's like chicken strips on a salad. Last time we got it, I gotta do this without falling, hang on. On an escalator. It was really good. This time, not so much. I ate the chicken on it, but the lettuce was very lettucey, almost like dirt tasting. And it was soggy, kind of. So I got so hyped talking to y'all, I forgot that actually I'm riding Living with the Land first. There's the line over there. Basically nothing. Here I am, probably one of the only people that's gotten a lightning lane for this all day.
Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world.
If you've never done Living with the Land, I need you to do it. And also I really want to do this behind the scenes greenhouse tour at some point because Chris and I love that ride. Like for real, if you've never done it, you should. It's really cute. It's nice and air conditioned, and yeah, just go do it. Now let's ride Soarin'. It's still at a 10-minute wait, which isn't bad at all. But we're still gonna use our lightning lane. Yay! Okay, here we go. This is another one of Chris and I's favorites. I just got off Soarin'. It is gonna be my last ride of the day. It is right at almost 6 o'clock. It's 5:55. Been here since 8 a.m. at the parks. I got a lot done today. I feel good about it. Feel good about using this system. Feel like it was relatively simple to use. If you learn a little bit better of like, just give me the facts, just give me the information, then we're also going to have a video out that's just me sitting down, informative, screenshots of utilizing the system, screen recordings, all that kind of stuff. So that will also be on the channel. Make sure you subscribe, give this video a like. It was my first video doing without Chris, which makes me sad, but also proud of myself. If you're looking to book a trip to Disney or Universal or a cruise or an all-inclusive vacation, there's always a form link below. I'm a travel advisor and I would love to help you with your next vacation. And that's all for me today. Lightning Lane multi-pass, single pass has been conquered for day one for me. And that's all I got. So again, thank y'all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. My name's Alex. Chris is not here, but this is the unwinding vlog. We'll see y'all next time.